While we understood the inner meaning of why Lord Vishnu led the life of Lord Rama in our last video, let us also know about few mythological stories given as reasons for why the life of Rama went as it did and for Vishnu taking a human form to kill Ravana. These stories were told in detail in various Puranas and other scriptures. I am listing them in short here. The first and main story given in Bhagavata Purana goes like this. It all started with seemingly children, but who were not. They were the Manasaputras of Brahma, sons born from the mind or thought power of Brahma. Due to the strength of their tapas, they appeared like children and were called Kumaras, though they were of great age. Jaya and Vijaya were the gatekeepers of Vaikunta, home of Lord Vishnu. They were huge devotees of Lord Vishnu and spent their lives in the service of the Lord. With their committed devotion and service, they earned Vishnu's trust and love. Several people came daily to visit Lord Vishnu at Vaikunta, and it was Jaya and Vijaya's job to check and allow every person who had any grievance to see the Lord. One day, the four Kumaras, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara, came to see Lord Vishnu. Jaya and Vijaya, seeing their childlike appearance, blocked the four Kumaras from entering Vaikunta. They did not want to waste the time of Lord Vishnu, as there were many other visitors with serious purposes. The Kumaras felt insulted and started arguing with Jaya and Vijaya, saying that Lord Vishnu is available for his devotees any time. They became really furious. Jaya suddenly realized who these four children were. He fell on his knees and started pleading the Kumaras. Forgive us, we did not realize that you are the four Kumaras. We did not realize that you are the sons of Lord Brahma. Seeing him, Vijaya also did the same thing. They were genuinely scared and ashamed of their wrongdoing, but the Kumaras did not budge. Sanat Kumara spoke. You both are so proud of yourselves. You started thinking that you yourselves are gods just because you are the gatekeepers to Lord Vishnu and have access to him all the time. For this we curse you. Jaya and Vijaya were terrified and they requested repeatedly not to curse them. Meanwhile, inside Vaikunta, Lord Vishnu heard the commotion and knew what was happening. He rushed out to the gate and saw his dear doorkeepers kneeling at the feet of the four Kumaras, trembling in fear. When he came out, Sanat Kumara was just cursing them. You will no longer be gods. You will be born on earth as ordinary humans and live like ordinary people. You will not have access to Lord Vishnu anymore. Jaya and Vijaya knelt there stunned, unable to figure out what to do. They could not even think of being away from their beloved Vishnu. Suddenly they saw Vishnu and pleaded him to show them direction. They were more scared of not seeing Lord Vishnu than being human beings. Lord Vishnu was touched and felt sad. He was very fond of Jaya and Vijaya. He understood it was not their fault and they were just trying to do their job efficiently. He said, I cannot take back the curse, but I can do a small amendment and give you a choice. He said, either you can take 7 births on earth as my greatest devotees, or take 3 births as my greatest enemies. Once these births are finished, you can come back and join me as my gatekeepers again. Jaya and Vijaya both looked at each other. Choice was clear. 7 births were too long. As one they said, we will be born 3 times as your greatest enemies and come back to you, our Lord, at the earliest. Lord Vishnu felt happy. He said, as you are my responsibility, I will incarnate on the earth myself to kill you all the 3 times, but you will attain moksha in the end. He finished and hugged Jaya and Vijaya. Thus started their cycle of births and deaths as Lord Vishnu's greatest enemies. In the first life, they were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu to Diti, who was the daughter of Daksha Prajapati and sage Kashyapa. Vishnu, in his Varaha in the form of a boar, killed Hiranyaksha. Vishnu took another avatar as Narasimha, part man and part lion, to kill Hiranyakashipu. In their second life, Jaya and Vijaya were born as Ravana and his brother Kumbhakarna. This duo was killed by Vishnu as Lord Rama. In their third life, they were born as Dantavakra, who was also called as Kamsa, and Shishupala, who were killed by Vishnu's Krishna avatar. In Kali Yuga, both Jaya and Vijaya were free from their curse and started their service as gatekeepers of Vaikunta, committed to their job and Lord Vishnu. So, as per his promise to Jaya and Vijaya, Lord Vishnu came to kill Ravana and his brother Kumbhakarna in their second cycle of births and deaths. There are two stories for why he was born to King Dashratha. Manu and his wife Satrupa started the functioning of human race as per Hindu mythology. Both of them were highly religious and great devotees of Lord Vishnu. When they became old, they did penance for pleasing Vishnu. When he appeared before them, they asked a boon that Lord Vishnu should be born as their child, which was granted. During the Treta Yuga, Manu and Satrupa were born as Dashratha and Kausalya, and Vishnu was born as Rama to him. In the same manner, in Dwapar Yuga, they were born as Vasudeva and Rohini, and Lord Vishnu kept his promise by taking birth as Sri Krishna. Another story goes that Dashratha was a rishi called Kashyapa in his previous birth. He was the son in law of Prajapati Daksha and was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. After a very devoted tapas, he and his wife Aditi got a boon from Lord Vishnu that he will be born as their son in their next birth. Another story was between Lord Vishnu and Vrinda. There are many versions of this story in various Puranas, but the main points remain the same. Vrinda was the pious and very chaste wife of the demon Jalandhara. Jalandhara was a son of Shiva who was born when Lord Shiva's furious flames from his third eye touched the sea waters, thereby making him the brother of the sea-born Lakshmi, wife of Lord Vishnu. In power, he was equal to Lord Shiva being his son, but he chose the bad path. He conquered all the three worlds and was tormenting everyone with his misdeeds. But the chastity of his wife Vrinda protected him, and no one could do anything to him. She always wished for the success of her husband, and she got it by her penance and chastity. Though he was tormenting the three worlds, Lord Shiva initially did not wish to kill him as he was his own son. Lord Vishnu was bound by Lakshmi not to kill him as Jalandhar was her brother. But when his misdeeds crossed all limits, Lord Shiva and Vishnu decided that he should be killed at any cost to save the three worlds. So Lord Shiva went on a tremendous war with Jalandhar, which went on for a long time as both of them were equally strong. Then Lord Vishnu, wanting to help Lord Shiva, planned to destroy the chastity of Vrinda so that Jalandhar would become weak and hence could be killed. He went in the disguise of Jalandhar to Vrinda and with the help of few demons and monkeys manipulated her into believing that he is Jalandhar and spent time with him. But being a very devoted wife, shortly she identified that the person before her is not Jalandhar. But it was too late by then. Jalandhar became weak as she lost her chastity and was killed by Lord Shiva. She was extremely sad and furious. She cursed Lord Vishnu for cheating her, that he will fall from his divinity, get separated from his wife for a lifetime. The same demons whose help he took will abduct his wife, and he will have no one to help get her back except for the monkeys who helped him now. After cursing Lord Vishnu, she gave up her life in grief over her husband. Another not so well known story was about Narada cursing Lord Vishnu that in his human form he will be separated from his wife and will have only monkeys to help him. It goes that one day Devarshi Narada was feeling proud about his brahmacharya and that even god of love Kamadev could not distract him during his meditation. He started showing off his pride with everyone. Lord Shiva tried to advise him that it is not proper to boast about himself, but Narada continued showing off. Once, when he went to visit Lord Vishnu, he continued his boasting there also and praised himself before the Lord Vishnu. Irritated with this, Lord Vishnu thought of teaching him a lesson. When Narada was returning from Vaikunta, he saw a beautiful kingdom where the princess's Swayamvara was happening. He fell in love with the princess, seeing her beauty, and wanted to attend the Swayamvara in order to marry her. He went to Lord Vishnu and asked to make him very handsome so that the princess will choose him over others. Lord Vishnu obliged with a handsome form but made his face look like a monkey. Unknown of this fact, Narada went to the Swayamvara. The princess, when she came near him, started laughing, seeing his monkey face. Then Narada realized what happened and felt very insulted. He cursed Lord Vishnu that just like he is not able to get the lady he wanted and feeling very sorrow because of that, Lord Vishnu also in his human form will be eager to be near his wife but could not do so. As Lord Vishnu gave him a monkey face, he too will have only monkeys to help him in his human form. These are some of the interesting stories behind Lord Vishnu taking up a human form and leading the life he led. In the next video, let us continue with the story of Ramayana, the wonderful epic of Rama Avatar. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.